This is the end gauge. Gentleman always does a lovely job every year. Representation of sunlight there, the depot that we're standing in. Looks like we're representing the Alaska Army here, heading off to the great port of Alaska. It used to be called the port of Anchorage, but somebody decided to get political about it. Deployment overseas, shipped them off. And also fairly well represented here in this little display. It's all these agricultural cars. Huge amount of volume for the Alaska Railroad Corporation is hauling aggregate in for the man to sit in the valley to feed Anchorage's insatiable appetite for rock and sand. And this is one of those railroads, the Alaska Railroad Administrator, that you just pay extra for the Alaska name if you're a modeler. And just has always been that way. Anyway, I like this little setup. Shows you what you can do in a short amount of space.
Yes. Yeah, and now you can see how small the ducks would be.
Oh, that's good. You could get some ducks for your farm. Here you go.
Timber from the Matsu Valley and farming from the valley. The state of Alaska pretty well killed off the dairy program, unfortunately. That was a shame. We used to have beautiful dairies here, and quite frankly, the milk did taste 2,000 miles fresher by far. It was worth the extra money. It wasn't much extra money, but it was certainly worth it. I like the addition of the right-of-way equipment here. Oh, look. A friendly local biker gang. Giraffes aren't something we usually see in Anchorage. But bison we got. Not in Anchorage, a little further north. Water sports are absolutely enormous in Alaska. Absolutely enormous. One of the few products that's actually made in Alaska is styrofoam. Now, I don't think that's styrofoam, but it sure looks like that when it comes out of the plant, which is within a walking distance of where I'm standing right now today. They make masses of it because of insulation. Again, timber. Timber used to be really big here, but everybody's Democrat friend, Bill Clinton, totally screwed the Alaskan logger when he locked up all the forest. Alaska's basically the only state that never got its land grants from the federal government. We're still screwed on that one. But there is a coal train going here. Coal comes from Usabelli coal mine. It goes down to a port of Seward. At least it used to. I don't know if they still have that contract with Career or not. Alaskan coal is fairly dirty by anybody's clean energy standards, including mine. And consequently, in a world that needed coal, not many countries were willing to buy Alaskan coal because of what it put into the atmosphere in their local communities. Kind sir, is there anything you'd like to say to our friends in Italy right now? I'm sending them to this.
Well, hello. This is the Military Society of Model Railroading Engineers off of J Bear military installation. And we're doing this, it's our 30th year. of doing model railroad displays during for Ronda. And we just like bringing, this is the N-scale layout. We have A2N3 and O-scale here today. And we just like to bring it out and promoting the hobby of model railroading.
Excellent. What happened to the big and the HO scale that used to be here?
We have to redesign that due to the fact that they have the coffee cart over there now.
Oh.
And so we have to make the layout smaller. And those modules were kind of a custom fit
Oh,
for
they
the
were,
next
yeah.
one. So we have to redo them all into another design to fit the area.
How much notice did you have? Did they give you an adequate amount of notice to be ready for it this year, or just not enough time?
Yeah, our club president checks in with the railroad all the time about coming and using this space. Of course, he couldn't because of COVID the last 2 years.
That's true. Yeah. It's the first time my wife and I have been able to come back in years for just that reason.
I believe they're pretty happy that we're back. We're happy to be here.
Good. I'm happy you're here. My wife's happy you're here.
We enjoy, like I said, promoting the hobby of model railroading, and we enjoy seeing all the kids and the adults turn into kids looking at this. It's just enjoyable, and I'm glad that we can do it
Yeah.
and share our efforts on making a miniature world for everybody to look at.
Well, I was out at the VA this morning, and you know where that's at in Muldoon, connected to
Right.
J Bear by the famous tunnel there, and I was telling all the women that I found, you got any kids? Yeah. You need to take the kids down to the train show.
Yep.
Really? Didn't know anything about it. Well, trust me, you're going to love it. You're going to be the kid's hero for a while. So anyway, I'm going to move on. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. That's great. Looks like we got a small HO scale here. Very well done indeed. Okay. They modeled this out of the slim rail White Pass division. So what we're talking about there is from Skagway over the pass into Canada. It used to go all the way to Whitehorse. It no longer does, but you can still catch the train, the tourist trains from the port of Skagway, and they will take you all the way to the halfway point, basically. And then they'll just bring you back. And it's something my wife and I would love to do one of these days. But it's a long way from here, and you got to go through a foreign country to get to it. This is, most of you are aware, Alaska's one of 2 states that are not connected to the lower 48 continuous state. We are contiguous, not continuous. Continue to move up now.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Sometimes it gets real bright in here, we had to make our own cover the windows
Oh, combat fishing. Alaska's famous for that. The salmon here are the best in the world. That's beyond question. They just absolutely are. It looks like there's a labor party up there in the good weather fixing the snow shed roof on the tunnel.
The lights,
That's well done.
city, and the snow.
This is a really, really well done model. And this one is a regular here. Looks very nice indeed. Another small display down here. Shows some of the various scales. Now, Sherry and I own every single scale here. And we actually have that big Alaska salmon car in G scale there on the back. And if it's got Alaska on it, we probably have that. No, there's one there that we should probably pick up at some time. That's the usability coal mine car. Right smack in the middle of that screen. And then whatever they're doing here is kind of out of sync, but it is fun. What is it, Sherry?
That's a truck I haven't seen before.
Yeah, that's a fake.
I know it is.
But it's cute. That's what I was saying. That's cute. That also goes to represent what's going on here in this photograph. There's an actual photograph here of Linden Transport. Nope, Weaver Brothers. Pulling there in the top on one of Jim Doyle's friend of the family, Weaver Brothers. And that's one of the RDCs, the rail bud cars. The state of Alaska used to have 3 of them, and unfortunately I understand they got rid of them, which is a tragedy in its own accord. I used to ride those in the winter months when I was servicing my clients. They'd take a new piece of equipment up to Usability Coal Mine, and occasionally even Fairbanks. Then if I went to Usability, then the maintenance foreman would give me a ride into the town of Nenana, which is the watershed port for the inland rivers. And I would catch a rail diesel car back to Anchorage. Now we've got the worst railroad track in the nation. And if it wasn't government owned, when the state of Alaska got it from the federal government, they wouldn't have allowed another railroad to operate on it. But I used to ride those in the wintertime because that's all they had. This locomotive here is one that they are redoing right now, and they've been redoing it right now for years, and it's something else that should have started and running a couple of years ago, but COVID got in the way, and it just screwed it up. But this is going to be put back together. There's a lot of volunteers working on it. They're trying very, very hard on it. Here's what they're saying in their little blurb, if you can read it. And she will be back on the rails. She will be running again.
Boy, that's a lot of fur.
It's heavy.
Maybe.
No, it's not.
There's a rail diesel car there too in models. They own that as well. Well, we have it in number 1 scale, G scale, the biggest one there is. Well, they actually had this running when we came in the door, but apparently they've stopped now. This is O scale. This is a scale that most people think of when they think of American trains because of Lionel. And we have this as well. This is Lionel's new Easy Track system. Now, we don't have anywhere near what they have here, but we have a few pieces. That's a beautiful locomotive. That's a lost line. Great Northern is no longer, they got merged in with all the rest of these big plants, unfortunately. Again, beautiful equipment. Anchorage used to have some really nice, dedicated model train shops. We have Anchorage House of Hobbies, but in a moment I'll show you what is here, because the Alaska Railroad sells Alaska Railroad branded merchandise in their little shop here. Because, as I said, this is the depot. That's a pretty one. I like that. Anyway, this is O scale.